Hello, stamping friends. I am Corinne Braxton, and today is February 8th, 2022. I'm going to check to see if I can find myself on my iPad. I am here in Boca Grande, Florida, and I am on Eastern time here, which is so different from being in Montana when we have mountain time. So here it's 12 o'clock noon now. And so I have the whole morning ahead of me when I get up before I do my live, whereas back in Montana, I do it almost first thing. I see myself, and let's see if we can get some comments going. So let's see who's going to be the first person to join us today. Oh, there's Kathy. You are very, very quick on the draw this morning. Good to see you, Kathy. Thanks for the hearts. And keep those comments coming so that you can help others find us too. So appreciate that. I don't know how that all works with Facebook, but that's what makes it happen. The more people view it. Hey, Linda, good to see you this morning too. Both of you girls are back in Montana. And oh, thanks for the hearts. I appreciate those. So yeah, how is the weather where you live? Some of you live on, we have Stampin' Up! Demonstrators all over, but here in Florida, it has been cool, and it's about 62 and about to rain for the next day or two. So I have spent a lot of time in my craft room, and I've really, really enjoy it. So I'm so glad, I'm so thankful to have this. Oh, I'm glad you're having a beautiful day there. I miss that constant sunshine like we have it in Montana, but it's nice here to be without coats. Well, we have been wearing coats outside at nighttime, and it's a damp cool too, but it's very nice, and it's supposed to be better, excuse me, next week. So let's start. I'm going to real quickly show you what I have coming up for my class this Thursday. I will be shipping all classes to go, the cost for all classes. Hey, Lisa, good to see you out in California. Hope your family is doing well there. So I have a class I will be shipping out on Thursday. Thank you so much for the thumbs up and the hearts. I will be shipping that on Thursday, and it is really a neat class. You get an entire package of the On The Horizon 6x6 paper, an entire pack, and you get, I can't even remember what now, an embellishment, but I don't know what it is. I can't remember that. Anyway, here are the 6 cards. I'm going to show them to you really fast. Here's a bay window card. We're going to be doing with those today. Here's another one with gate. Here's one with the deer with a silhouette. This one's a fun fold. It's an easel fun fold. I think you've seen that before. This one is super simple, but with just with the same beautiful paper. And then this one is with mountains and a vertical stamp. If you don't have a vertical, you can stamp horizontal up there, but they're really neat cards. They're not hard. I'm going to show you how to do the bay window fold today. And I think I usually have 5 cards in a class, but we're going to do 6 just because I have a couple of really easy ones in here. The paper is what does the fabulous work. So I am going to set those aside, and let me know if you think that my light under the counter bothers you. If it bothers you, say yes, it bothers me, and I'll turn it off, or if not, I'm not sure. I don't have nearly as much light. I have a lot of can lights in the ceiling here and a fan overhead with a light, but the windows are small and there's not much sunshine coming in. I do have a couple of lights coming down. Don't forget, today we are already at February 8th, and there are only 28 days in February. That means there are 20 days. Oh, thanks, Kathy. 20 days left of celebration. So I know that's backwards. It won't be when I go down, but this has really been a great celebration. I think this has been a fabulous mini catalog. I'm really, really enjoying it. So remember, you can order from the mini catalog, the annual catalog clearance rack. We haven't had, there's quite a few things on the clearance rack. We haven't had a refresh for a while. So we'll see if that's coming up anytime soon. But I'm gonna set that right there. I've got a lot of things around me to show you. And I'll show you what I worked on this morning. When I turn the camera down. Good morning, Carla in Wisconsin. Good to see you there too. Okay, so if anyone, anyway, by the way, if anyone still wants that 6-card class for Thursday, please send me an email or a text. And the cost is $38. That includes shipping. So close your eyes for a minute and we're gonna go down to the table. Here we are. This is what I made this morning. I didn't even know what I was doing really, but I had so much time. I was like, what am I going to do now? Anyway, I did a Sympathy card, and it is from this set, Soaring Swallows, and Dies, which I hadn't used and I didn't want. When I first saw it, I thought, I sure don't want that stamp. Well, it's quite beautiful. And this paper, this gold foil specialty paper is gorgeous. I was sort of just working with a Z fold. I want to, my Waves of the Ocean package order should be coming tonight. And I wanted to practice making a design for a Z fold that I'm going to use for a swap. Anyway, this is what I came up with. I'm really pleased with that. Love that foil. So it's just a very easy card, really. So anyway, that's what I made with that. Okay, we are going to start by making a bay window card this morning. And, oh, hey, Nancy Lund, good to see you too. Are you having an infusion this morning? So let us know how you're doing. I'm going to bring in all of my things. I've got my scoreboard here. And let me see. Let me just show you. I've got a lot of stuff on here, so I'm going to just move it aside for a second. This is the card we're going to be doing, and it is a bay window card. Do you see how it tucks right in there? Right in there. So I left this little bit open so that it can tuck in. These are really quite easy. Once you've made one, I've shown this before too. Oh, I'm glad you have your favorite friends. Good morning, Martina. Good to see you too. Anyway, this is really easy because the paper does the work. So I'm going to show you the basics now. So if you want to get your phone out to do a screenshot. No, this doesn't seem to be. I feel like it's not on the table completely. So I'll just I brought in this paper that is the soft succulent. I thought it was a little easier. We're using evergreen today, but I'm going to just show you how I do the scoring. And these are the measurements. So I'm going to take I love my Simply Scored board. I've got 4 markers. I wish I had one more, and I have some more back in Bozeman, but I don't have them here. So we're going to this is just a regular top folding card like that, 4 1/4 by 11. And now I'm going to score it on the long side. I'm going to score it at 3/8, and that's a little tricky because it's so close to the edge. I'm going to score it at 1 7/8. There are lots of eighths, 3 5/8. 5 1/8, and there's the 5 1/2, which I already scored. So that's quite easy. The eighths are tricky because, well, on here you can actually count. You can count 1, 2, 3, and it's easier. On your paper trimmer, it's in 16ths, so it's just a tad bit harder, but it's not hard. So I'm going to put that away. That's all I need right now. And now we're going to take that aside. We're going to take our bone folder, and we're going to do all the creasing. Oh, I'm actually not going to use that one. We're going to do it on the green. We're going to do it on the evergreen because I think the paper looks a little bit more dramatic on the evergreen. So I already did that. I scored it already to show you. But now we're going to fold it. We're going to fold in these little 1/4 inch pieces like that. Here's another 1/4 inch. I'll just, let's see, Miss Martine, a little late today. Work gets in the way sometimes. Hey, Melissa, good to see you. Glad you could join us too. Oh, you got a nice crowd on here today, so good you can, there we go. And it's going to be like a bay window. I don't know how many of you have bay windows in your house, or if you had them when you were growing up. When I was growing up in Wisconsin, my mom and my dad put in a bay window, so it's really quite nice. Oh, and I guess when we were living in Missouri on our farm, we had a bay window too in our kitchen for a eating nook. Now, the important part is it's going to be, you're going to fold this back, and you need to have a very, very strong adhesive in there. And I'm going to use my tear tape just like this. You can tear it off just like that. That's all we're going to use it for. And actually, I think I could tear it up, but I'll just snip that piece. And then we will take your pick tool, and you want to always give it a little rub with your fingernail or your bone folder. Then pull off the tear tape, and we're going to push that down. And then that is the beginning of our, let me see if I'm in camera, not very well here. Camera's drooping. This is drooping a little bit. Let me see if I can tighten that a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now you can see the fundamentals of this card. And next we're going to cut our designer paper. I'm going to set that aside. So I will write these these measurements down for you and post them too. So we're going to actually do the cutting now. So I'm going to show you what my thought process is. We need to cut all the designer paper, and we need to keep it in the scene the way it appears on the paper. 4 1/8 by 6. So this paper is 6 by 6. And this is the paper that I'm going to use today. And I'm going to show you how I think about this when I'm cutting it. Now, I know that I want to add some flowers. I'm going to keep these flowers. So that'll be important. So I want some of this blue in there. This part, not so much, because then I'd lose the flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sort of slowly start cutting things off. I'm going to just cut a 1/4 of an inch off of the flowers and see what happens then. We want 4 1/8. So let's see what we get here. Now let's see if you can see. And I put my washi tape right along to cover up the metric. So 4 1/8 is right there. And that would give us just a tiny bit of sky. So I think I want to get a little bit more of the sky. So I think I'll do that. Slice it there, but now it's not going to be the right size. So we'll flip it again, and I'm going to cut off a few more flowers. I still have the flower tips, so that's good. So then you can save all these scraps for something else. Okay, but that's my finished measurement, 4 1/8 by 6. Now I'm going to cut it. I'm going to write that down, or you're going to put it right there, and you can take a screenshot. You want to cut it and keep your pieces in the order. So the first one is going to be 1 3/8. 3/8 is right before 1/4. So do that. Okay, I'm going to put it right there. Then I need one that's 1 5/8. 5/8 is right after the half. Another one that's 1 3/8. Right here we go. 1 3/8. And then the last one is going to be 1 5/8. And that one is, so we're going to just have a little sliver. And actually, lots of times people turn this little sliver over and use the other side for one of those little tiny edges. I'm not doing it that way. Now I'm just going to move this so that I keep it in the order that it's in, because that's how we're going to build the scene. Otherwise, it wouldn't look very cohesive or unified. So we want to just put those over there. Now I can put my trimmer right there. Oh, and so this whole set that we're using is really a suite. It's called the New Horizons. It's on the mini catalog, page 42 and 43. So in my class, if you buy the bundle from me, then it's $52 for the bundle. Let's see, $50 and $50.25 plus shipping, so 52, and you get the class free, plus you would get all of the kits, the 6 kits that go with it. So that's the way it works. Okay, now let's move this piece out of the way and bring in our base. And now we're going to just keep putting this all back together. I'm going to move that up a little bit again. Now let's see what's here. Just trying to tighten that up so it doesn't droop. Okay. I have almost an exact same setup here in Florida as I do in Montana, which is sort of nice because it keeps me, I have 2 Archon mounts, one here and one back there, so when I go. But I have a lot of things in my craft room here that stay, but all of my stamps go home, and my dies and that kind of thing. But I have ink and paper and all that. Okay, so we're going to take these papers in the order that they are laid out on my table, and we're just going to put them together. So I'm going to do the first one. I'm going to have a little bit of a border here on the top and the bottom. Here's the next one. Flip it over, and you can use Tombow, or you can use, I've got seal right here, just regular seal. Just a little bit of a border there. Here's my narrower one again, the 1 3/8. Okay, let's see once. I'm going to just put that one. Do you see how it just has the same, the whole pattern has been left. There are sort of the mountains and the sky. This paper is sort of impressionistic. So now some people take that little skinny piece that I cut off. Mine doesn't look very straight. This looks very crooked. And they put it right there. Or they could put a, I did something. Let me see what's here. Oh, I did one. Here's the one that we're doing in the windmill and flower class. Here, do you see how I turned the paper over and did that's a little tiny strip, 1/4 inch. But I'm not doing it on this one because I think it looks really good with that dark green. So, okay, now this is important. This piece, we're going to tuck this underneath this. So what I'm going to do is open it up, and I'm going to get my dimensionals out and get those dimensionals out of there. And let's see once. I'm going to use quite a few dimensionals on this. I probably should just make sure. Okay. And I want to keep it so that I want to be able to keep this edge completely free. We'll put a few in the middle there, something like that. That looks good. And now we'll just take those off. I love doing this with the take your pick. And then I just take them over to my little sewing bag thing here. This is my trash bag that hangs on my table. You can buy those in sewing departments, usually. So now I'm going to just put this on my card. I'm going to leave a little bit of an edge, like that. And now this just, do you see how that sort of flaps open like that? And now I'm going to just tuck that under there like that. And there is my bay window. It's that easy. Now we have a piece. So that's a really neat way to do it, I think. And then we have a piece that's going to go on the inside. There's one more measurement, and that's 4 1/8 by 3 1/4. And we'll take that piece, and I will write these down for you. This is really a great set of directions, I think. I've seen I've made bayfoot. I've done them before, but this one, I did one at Christmas with a snowflake gingerbread set. Some of you might be able to go back and look at that video too. So I like my directions. I like my sizes a little bit better on this card. I've just sort of played with it, and there we go. Okay, and now we're going to do some stamping. So we'll bring in our stamps and our pieces, and we'll bring in one of these dies that I already cut. So we'll do some stamping, and we'll put my silicone mat there. Let's see once what we're doing. I'm going to put my card in front of me there. There we go. Okay, let's see once here. We're going to do some stamping. Let's bring in my stamps. Let's see. The dies, this label die is this one right here, and it's got some great fences and houses and trees and mountains. Oh, there's part of my mountain is still in that one. Yeah, I love them. Those are really cool. And okay, let's bring in, we're going to do our birds and our I have a happy birthday here, and this is from, I'll tell you, I'm just leaving it on the block. It's from this Blossoms in Bloom, and this is in the annual catalog, and I bet many people have it already. It's got great, I've used it before. It's a nice font. Thank you, like you, miss you, get well, thinking of you. Anyway, I just sort of leave this one on and use it all the time. Blossoms in Bloom. So we're going to use this on the inside. We're going to stamp the birds on the inside and some grass. Let's see, where's our grass? Here it is. And then the first thing we'll do is stamp the wood grain. This is like a sign. Okay, I'm going to put it like this, and this is smoky slate, and I'm going to stamp off because I don't want it too dark, like that. Okay, there it is, and it's a little bit off, but normally you would stamp it and you would cut it out after that. So, but to save time, that's what I have done. Actually, maybe let's do another one. I just don't like that one the way it turned out. So I think I'm going to do another one. I have another one cut. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to stamp off. But what I'm going to do is turn it upside down like this. Can you see me? There we go. Now I'm in the camera. I was out of the camera there. Let's see once. Out of the camera. So let's turn this. This is my label. And I'm just going to turn it over like that. And there we go. And I'm going to leave it on there. And I'm going to just take another block and press it like this. Give it a good rub. And there it is. That's, much nicer, I think. I like that better. So we will put our smoky slate away. We don't need any more of that. And we'll bring in the Evening Evergreen. This is the color we're using. Oops, it says our live video was interrupted. Are you all still seeing me? I don't know, I'm gonna keep going. I'm going to use the Relax and Enjoy Your Day. There we go. Doesn't look like we've paused on there, but it's on my iPad, it's paused. So I don't know about the connection here in this house is maybe not quite as strong as my other house. So, okay, let's see. Now we're going to put, this is going to go on the outside of our card. And then on the inside, we're going to stamp, where did I put that piece? One, here it is. 4 1/8 by 3 1/4. And I'm going to put it up there like that. And on my birds, I've written the top. It's very easy. I have to look at these birds on the case to see which way they're going so they're not flying upside down. And it's important to not stamp too hard. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to just, I'm just going to say, oh, there we go. There the birds are. And they're not, I have stamped too hard, and it's such a tiny stamp that it can get sort of blurry, not blurry, but you know, the edges. So here's our birthday stamp, and we need a little bit of piercing mat for that. So we'll just take this one. It's handy on the desk here. Happy birthday. There we go. That looks good. Nice, simple font for this card. It's a nice, I think, a good masculine card, and then some grass right there. So can you, I know, I'm out of the camera half the time here. So let's see if I can zoom out. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, that part is all finished. And now we can put the ink away. And put our stamps over here. And now this is going to go on the inside. So I'm going to lift up my, oh, there's my other piece. I already glued it down. Oh goodness. I think what I'll just do is do it on top like that. So instead of peeling it off, I was wondering where it, but look, I have another piece cut and I thought, well, I'll just do that. So we'll just put it down like this. No one will even know that's there. There are two pieces. Okay, so that's that. And then this piece goes, this goes like that. And then this is going to go here. And I'm going to put some adhesive on. I'm going to use my Seal Plus on this. Just real gently with this. I found that I used to use it too, I was too heavy-handed. It's the easier you stroke it, the less problem you'll have. But it works out really nicely. There's that. And now we're gonna, it's almost done. We're just gonna add some of these flourishing flowers. These are plastic flowers and they are on, I don't know what page, they're in the annual catalog. And I marked it here. This is that Blossoms in Bloom is on page 20. Page 20. And these little doodads are called loose flowers, and they're on page 141. 141. So there we go. And I'm just going to add some Tombow glue. I'm going to add, just a couple right here. Like there's a stem there. There's a stem here and another one. I'm going to add those, and then I'll just take my Tombow and I'll take my pick tool and we'll just take some of these flowers, and it looks like it was designed to go right on that card. We'll do another one right here, a bigger one, a big one right there up high. And then we'll do a little purple one right there. It's got plenty of glue, doesn't it? Let's see, we probably need another couple. So let's see what's here. I will add some glue right there and some more right there. And maybe one more. I don't know how many I have. I wanted to have 5. But we'll put this freesia color right there. We'll put another, I think we'll use a little one this time. There we go. So we've got 3 there and 2 there. There's a lot of glue on that one. So, and our card is finished. It is that easy. It's really not hard. This paper makes it, creates itself actually. So now you can see that. You can see those flowers on there. You can see the inside. You can stand this up on a mantle or in your room or on top of a bureau or something, but it's really, really neat. And you can add some gems there if you want. I guess I did not. Here's another one that I made. Oh, this one I added some stars right there. This is the same paper, same inside, happy birthday on top, and I just tucked it in right in there. The one I made at Christmas time, I had popped up the snowflake. It was sort of neat too. But this, I love tucking it underneath. That's sort of a cool technique, isn't it? So those are easy, really quite easy. And I will put the directions on these, for these out. And I'm going to set these over here now. And we're going to go on and make a couple easy cards. And you'll be surprised at how fast these are going to go. And I'll show you some that I've made. These are about as simple. You can probably make all of these cards in a half hour. I don't even know. I didn't time myself. But they're just little squares with a blue mat around them. I tied some ribbon. That's not even necessary. So we're going to make some more cards using these same stamps. And we have a top folding card. So it's again 4¼ by 11. I'm going to give it a good bone folding. And now we'll set that aside. And I have some Misty Moonlight cut. These are going to be my mats. Misty Moonlight, 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. Everything's square. And it's got a tiny border. So, and then the DSP is going to be, the DSP is like this. And it is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And you can see this is just a fraction, an eighth bigger, and it'll all go together. So let's do that. Now let's do this one first. And it doesn't make any difference which one we do first. Let me show you how I would cut that first, okay? Maybe we'll do that. So here's one. Here's a piece of paper. I cut it 3 1/4 by, and it's 6 inches long. So now I want to make this 3 1/4. But I love that sky, but I want the mountains too. I want the mountains, but I want a lot of that sky. So I just trimmed off a little bit, so the mountains are still there. We need 3 1/4. So let's see what it looks like at 3 1/4. We get a little of the purple. Let's get a little bit more. I want a little bit more of that reddish purple color, so it's still too big, and I still need it to be 3 1/4. Like that. Okay, we've cut off most of what I would call the water. Who knows what it is? It's all left to your imagination with this set. But anyway, now it is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And let's see once. We'll just sort of do this on the fly. And so now that's going to go on top of our, oh, I did not do that right. Let's see once. This is not right. This is not the right size. Let me see once here. I think I cut the Misty mats the wrong size. They are not the right size. Let's see once here. Yeah, I have. I did the opposite. Oh, these are supposed to be 3 and, well, I think I'll just have to change it a little bit to make it work. So let's see, we'll just take off a little bit on each side and see if that's going to work. I'm so sorry about that, but that just happened. I did just the opposite. Let's see if this is going to work. Yep, that will work. So I will have to tell you some new measurements. So we'll just put that on like this. It's got just a skinny blue edge. And let's put some birds flying on this. And my stamps are a little dirty, but let's see once. It's clean now, so we'll get that. We'll put some birds in the Misty Moonlight. I don't want to stamp very hard. I'm going to keep it really light, just flying off the page like that. Okay, that works well. And let's put our card together like with this. So here it is. It's a very clean and very simple card. Let's do something like thinking of you. So I'm going to just sort of hold that in place, and I'm going to stamp thinking of you. And it is almost done. So now what I'll do is I can't believe I made cut those just the opposite of what they should have been, but you know how it is. We do that, especially with beautiful paper. When we don't want to, we sort of hoard it. And we don't want to make mistakes, but it is okay. Alrighty, here we go, and we're going to put it like that. I don't think we need any ribbon on the top, and our card is done. Thinking of you, it could be a sympathy card, just a thinking of you today kind of card. But we could put some gems on it. These are nice. I love these. Wish I had a few more of these. I don't have, I have an order coming, so maybe they're going to be in there. But I love, they're called polished dots, and there's some pink and clear, and they're just sort of exquisite, I think. So I think I'm going to add those right there and there. And our card is done. Okay, that's one. Let's do another one. And we will have to recut the paper again. So and I think we have plenty of time. There's another 4 1/4 by 11. And let's see, well, this time let's do this scene. Let's take this one. I'm going to have to trim it now again. Good thing I have my trimmer next to me here. I'm going to trim that off a little bit. We're going to trim it at the top. We have the, that should do it, I think. When you're talking in eighths, so there's not a lot of room for, there's not a lot of wiggle room, but that'll work just fine. And so the designer paper should have been 3 3/8, and then the blue should have been the 1/4 inch. I'll try to correct that. There we go. And now let's stamp on this a little bit more before we, let's put some trees in there. Let's get our tree block. Oh, came off the big block. I don't have as many blocks here, and it's hard for me to function without having a lot of blocks. But anyway, okay, the tree is right there. We're gonna stamp that right on the tree line, right there. We're gonna stamp another set down there. Yep, and you can see the trees are on there. And we're gonna put some birds in the sky again. We're gonna do that real lightly. There we go. And don't you feel like you definitely need this set? Oh my goodness, I think it's a must-have. Okay, let's put this right here, and you can hold it in place. You know, you can actually take just a tad of adhesive, like a little dot there, and you can hold it in place. And now we're going to stamp "Thanks for everything." Now that sailboat that we have is just perfect for that water too. Thanks for everything. There we have that. Isn't that a beautiful font? And that we can add some gems. Maybe this time we'll add some clear ones. Oops. We'll put those clear gems right there and right here. There we go. And that card, oh, now I've got to add this because it was only on there temporarily. Okay. Do you see how if you can move that adhesive forward with your finger like that, line it up with your grid paper, and hey, Caitlin. Hi, good to see you on here too. I just looked up in my phone. It's so hard to follow when you're talking and stamping and doing everything at the same time. Good to see you today too. There we have another one done. Let's see, okay, we've got one more here. Let's do this one. And no, let's do this one. I think we'll do that one because I think we need some grass. We need to cut this one a little, trim it down again. We're gonna do maybe just about a little bit less than a 1/4 off. We'll do some along the top. Okay, and there we go. And we're going to do another card. So we're going to do, let's see, we're going to put some greenery in here. We'll add that with, maybe we better, well, we'll just do it. We'll just keep the same color of ink. There we go. I don't know, there's sort of grass or weeds or something. So let's add some trees. Let's see, we'll put the trees right there. We'll put some more trees right there. And some more right there. Okay, I don't really like the way those turned out right there. That looks okay. And let's put some birds in there in that scene. And where are my birds? Okay, here they are. And we'll put the birds down. There we go. You see how gently I'm touching those birds because we don't want the edges to show. And that's all done. And, oh, we forgot the words. So we need that. And we'll put this on the blue. Okay. And I can't believe we only have 20 more days of celebration. That's hard to believe. I think it has gone so fast. It's gone so well. I really have liked it a lot. And we're going to do, let's do another, we could use that happy birthday too. We'll use the happy birthday on this one. And put that on with a little bit of tape, a little bit of tackiness just to hold it temporarily. Give it sort of the same kind of measurements all around the sides. So, and we're going to stamp this happy birthday right there. Isn't that easy? And so the ribbon is that comes with this suite. Oops, I tore it there. The ribbon that comes with this suite is pink and blue, misty moonlight, and it ties nicely. It's nice and thin. Got things sticking to me all over. My hands are getting sticky. So here we go. Pull it down a little bit next to the birthday, and there's our scene. And the ribbon that comes with this set looks like this. Let me see if I can find it quickly. It's really thin. It comes like this, and it is called Cotton Ribbon Combo. Comes in a 2-pack like that. So that's what I used on a couple of these cards. But these are the 3 that I've just made just this minute. Very fast, aren't they? They're so easy. Had some more paper here ready too, but I think we've done enough for today. So that's 3 cards plus the bay window. That's a lot. But they're easy, and you can just keep going and going and going. It's easier to make these cards than to actually send them out. You have to write a little note. That will take longer than all of that stamping. So that is it. We were quite productive today. So did you like the bay window and then the simple cards? Oh, hey, Carolyn, good morning to you. I'm going to flip the camera, so close your eyes for a second. There we go. We'll go down. I had no clothes in my closet. Thank you, Caitlin. I had no clothes in my closet that were this color of green. So I had nothing to wear. I don't have that many clothes here, and I had nothing to wear that was anywhere near those colors. So anyway, I have on a coral top. It's sort of cool here, so I had to dress sort of warm. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Oh, thanks for the ones I made quickly, even though I made mistakes on the sizes there. I will get those right and put it down for you. And yep, this afternoon I'm driving to Venice to go to the chiropractor. And my chiropractor that I used to see in Port Charlotte died during COVID and this fall. And so I had to find a new lady. So I found someone I've seen her once at Christmas. So I'm driving there. So that takes about 45 minutes. There's a lot of traffic in Florida, and it makes me a little nervous, but it will be fine. It's all slow driving too. So, oh, thanks, Martina. Good. Thank you. I'm glad you love them so much. And I hope that if you haven't signed up, maybe you'll think about the class. I still have maybe 3 spots left. I've already made all the kits, and I have, I think I have 6 or 7 people signed up. And if you would like the bundle, then your class is free. So let me know if you would like that too. So anyway, thank you, girls. I appreciate you following along today. Thank you so much. And I will see you next Tuesday, the same time, and I'll still be here down in Florida. So, alrighty, thanks so much. I'm going back to Montana around the March 23rd, because I just begged Terry, I just need to go back to start packing up our house. So, I need to have a few more classes in my house, and I want to have, my daughter-in-law is going to help me, and my cleaning gal, so we're going to start doing some of the heavy-duty craft packing. It's not the rest of the house. Hey, thank you, Susan. You're up in Alaska. Thank you. I appreciate that. Glad you like the projects. Alrighty, girls. I will see you next week, and that is it for today. Hope you have a great day. Bye.